Hello everyone, Catweazle here, welcome to the channel and welcome back to our play-by video of Eldritch Horror, the Dreamlands, where we're just about to start turn 4. But unfortunately I made a bit of a boo-boo last turn. Yes, things have been going much too swimmingly and I made a cock-up. What did I do? Well, it was during Mandy's turn, and after actually explaining that she only had 3 observation left, I then promptly went and rolled 3 dice instead of 2 because it was a -1 check on the research encounter. Now, as it happens, if you actually watch the footage, the first dice that comes out of the tower is actually a 5, which is a pass. But I rolled 3 and I should have rolled 2. So what I'll do is I shall re-roll those 2 now and hope that I pass, because otherwise we're in big trouble. But we got a 6, so we got away with it. So she did in fact pass. That is good because it means I do not have to change everything. It would have been a right pain to roll that back. So she actually passed, and the other thing I forgot is she does have a passive ability, which means if she gets a clue during a research encounter, like she did, she got the Buenos Aires clue, if you recall, that means she can actually get another clue. So I've got this out ready. How's that for confidence? So she's actually got a clue. So that's brilliant. We'll put that on her player tray. Fantastic. And that means we're all up to date. And we are all correct, thankfully. Right, so enough of that. Let's find out what happened previously on the Dreamlands. Please don't kill me, the man blubbed. Just take it and leave. I just do as I'm told. It was not my choice to keep it here. The sword of St. Jerome was a magnificent sight to behold, its light like a halo, eclipsing all other light sources nearby. To wield it gave Tommy a feeling of invincibility and clarity of righteousness. He wondered if this sword was the source of the legends of Excalibur. There was no doubt of this sword's power in Tommy's mind. If only he had been wielding it when the horror descended on Altach-Nacha. The sages and prophets gave warning of its coming, and the city braced itself, but nothing could have truly prepared them for the cruelty and malice that the creature unleashed. The creature came on like a dark storm, which never abated, and for days terrorised the populace, toying with the city's sanity like a cat with a mouse, killing and maiming indiscriminately from the deepest shadows. Tommy witnessed firsthand the suffering it unleashed, and its scars would stay with him forever. Especially the children. The poor children, who even now continue to scream in horror, inconsolable by their distraught parents. Many citizens had been driven to insanity, clawing out their own eyes as they beheld its terror. Tommy snarled in anger, and the tip of the sword drew a thin line of blood on the man's neck, eliciting a terrified whimper. If only the authorities had unleashed this blade, then the lives of many would have been spared. Tommy had learned of it from a man called Carter, whom he had helped escort safely out of the city with his travelling companion, another worldly and spiritual woman called Gloria Goldberg. There was something familiar about that woman's name, but Tommy couldn't recall from where. They too were acting against the darkness and had had a great purpose. They needed to get to the moon, where the spirits of the dead were leaking forth from a tear in reality. Tommy had finally cornered the horror, and if it wasn't for the sense that he was being warded and helped by an unknown higher power, then he would not have succeeded in ending the horror's reign of terror. Despite that, confronting the sheer terror of the beast head-on had changed him forever. The greed of the guildmasters of Altach-Nacha had sickened him, hoarding their precious treasures over the good of the citizenry. It offended Tommy's ethics to the core. With a snort of derision, Tommy turned to leave the galleon. It was time to leave the city and put this sword to good use. Destiny was favouring him, and he felt that a distinct level of responsibility had been thrust upon him. Guards, alerted to the ruckus in the depths of the galleon, halted as Tommy strode towards them like a paladin, the sword glowing with divine purpose and his eyes darkly focused. Lowering their weapons, they backed off and allowed him to pass. This was a man that none would dare stand against. The dark forces unleashed on the land were about to feel Muldoon justice of the highest order. Mandy realised that she couldn't leave Shanghai just yet. Among the documents in the old man's library, she had found a way to use an old incantation that she had copied from the Marsh Scrolls. Back in her hotel room, she had drawn the curtains and lit some candles. Pouring out a glyph in salt on the dressing table, she faced the old mirror. By chanting the incantation, Mandy had been able to transport her mind through the silvered glass and across the world to another library. She wasn't sure exactly where this library was, but the old book that she had scryed was written in Spanish. In it, she had learned more about a place called Tierra de Sueños, or the Land of Dreams. It had become increasingly clear that this place was where the evil was originating from. By piecing together some other clues, Mandy was able to perform a small ceremony in which she had managed to prevent what the old book had called a Puerta del Sueño from opening. Mandy knew using the incantation was dangerous, but she decided that she had to attempt it once again. But first, she must rest. She was still sick and weak from that horrible poisoned flask. Gloria and Randolph wandered the wood. Both were discussing what they knew about these dream cities. Gloria was thinking back to some of her previous dreams. In her most recent dream, she saw a crack appear on the moon. Randolph looked at her and thought, how would they possibly get to the moon? Gloria shrugged her shoulders and said they would need to find a way. We're dreaming, aren't we? In what seemed like days, they made their way through the dream realms, passing through the city of Ulthar that was teeming with cats, and quickly over through Dilath-Leen, where a young police officer from back home named Tommy had helped them get through the dangerous part of town and to the docks where they were heading. There they somehow found a boat that would take them where they wanted to go. Being this was just a dream, they accepted it, and they ended up sailing to the moon. Once there, they located the crack that Gloria had dreamt of, but suddenly appearing before them, a screaming spirit rushed at them. It was carrying a sword that dripped with fresh blood. It scared them for a moment, but they wouldn't be deterred by it. They both focused on the ghost and repelled it, banishing it. Then they stepped through the crack and... They suddenly stood in an ancient library. Rows and rows of bookshelves filled the room. They used the library's catalogue and quickly found the section they needed, but the book was not there. They split up and searched the shelves on their own, and after several hours Gloria found the old tome. They brought it to a table and read it. They discovered some handwritten instructions in one of the margins. They memorised them and then returned the book to its proper shelf before stepping back through the crack, back onto the moon. They both recited the instructions and were able to close the portal. Both were exhausted, but they knew there was more work to do. This was more like it. After her nightmare of the man with the ticking watch, God had led Zoe through the twisting streets of Rome, eventually leading her to the tunnels under the Colosseum. After hours of wandering, she found herself in front of an ancient door with a rusted lock and chain. Zoe broke the lock with little trouble and kicked in the door. There was something in there that needed to be put down. The fight was over almost before it began, and because of the poor lighting, Zoe couldn't see much. Claws and fangs came for her, but Zoe knew her part well. She dodged lithely out of the way and removed the head from the horrid beast. Business taken care of, Zoe's memories of the past few days in Rome started to fade. There was always another task, another monster to defeat. On her way out, she noticed something that she had missed earlier. A crude carving of a cat, or perhaps some kind of weasel, adorned the door, and she couldn't help but feel that perhaps her luck had changed. And here we are at the action phase. Been a while. Just got a delivery. Got a delivery of the anniversary edition of War of the Ring. And it's a beast! Anyway, I've struggled upstairs with it, managed to put it away, and I'll have a look at that later, but it looks fantastic. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get back to what we're doing, which is Eldritch Horror and the Dreamlands, and we're in the action phase. Now, there's been a bit of a last-minute change of plan. This team is nothing if not flexible, and we have flexibly decided that Gloria is actually going to go first because we have a plan. Well, Dave, Gloria's player, had a plan and we're going to put it into effect. So what are we going to do? Well, Gloria is going to travel. So she is going to travel from the moon to Altach-Nacha. For her second action, she is going to trade with Tommy. And the first thing she's going to trade are these 2 clues. So she's going to give 2 clues to Tommy, put them on Tommy's player tray, and in return, Tommy is going to give Gloria the stone tablet, which is a unique asset. She has got better lore than Tommy, and she'll probably have more opportunities to actually use it. Tommy's just going around killing stuff, so he doesn't really have much time for messing around. So he's going to give her the stone tablet. And for a bit of protection, because he's got the Sword of St. Jerome, he's also going to give her Becky his carbine rifle, which will give her +5 strength during a combat encounter once per round. So those are going to Gloria. That is the end of Gloria's action phase. So next up, we go in order. That means it's Zoe. So let's get across to Rome. And here we are with Zoe in Rome. What's Zoe going to do? Well, first of all, she's going to use the special component action on her investigator sheet. And what she's going to do is she's going to ask God for a mission. Yes, she wants a unique task asset. So let's get the unique asset deck. Blimey, look at this, look at this. Look at the bloody size of this. Right, so we'll give it a rudimentary shuffle because I don't want to drop everything everywhere. So there we go. And whoop. And we'll give it a cut. And what we'll do is we will look for a task. There's one on the top there, but really we should take it off the bottom. Oh, and there's one on the bottom as well, so that's alright. Bury them deep, unique asset. When a non-epic monster is defeated or discarded, you may spend 1 focus to place that monster on this card. Then you may flip this card. Well, the way good old Tommy's going through killing non-epic monsters, this could be a pretty groovy asset. So bury them deep. That goes to Zoe. Excellent. It's unfortunate she's still cursed. Talking of her being cursed, a good thing to have if you're cursed is the ability to have rerolls. So what Jeremy wants is he wants Zoe to pick up another focus. This will give her 2 focus. Speaking of Jeremy, his playthrough, his Eldritch Horror Dreamlands playthrough against Hypnos has finished. If you haven't seen it, do pop along to Jeremy Bowers. That's the name of his channel. And Bowers. Go across there and check it out. It's a nail biter. I'm not going to tell you what happened, but it's an absolute nail biter. I hope ours is as close. Well, maybe not that close, because it's very close indeed. So if you haven't seen it, I do recommend you go across. But that's enough about Jeremy. Let's get back to Zoe. Zoe has just finished her action phase, so after her it will be Tommy Muldoon. Let's get back to Altach-Nacha. And here we are with Tommy in Altach-Nacha. What's Tommy going to do? Well, the first thing Tommy's going to do is he's going to prepare for travel. It is a city space and it does have a shipping lane. So he is going to get himself a ship ticket. Woohoo! What's he going to do then? Well, look, he's going to have a travel action. And he's going to travel to Celophaeus. Once he's at Celophaeus, he's going to spend said ship ticket and he's going to move on to Unknown Kadath. Brilliant. So he's where the Tunguska Gate is and the skeleton. Remember though, he has picked up those 2 clues off Gloria. So just bear that in mind. that is it for his action phase. That means we've only got one investigator left, who is Mandy Thompson. Let's pop across to Shanghai. And here we are with Mandy in Shanghai. What's she going to do? Well, the first thing that she's going to do is she's going to rest, because she's still in a bad way. So she's going to get herself a health back. That'll put her up to 3. Still not ideal, but a lot better than it was. So she's back up to 3 health. And for her second action, she's going to do exactly what she did last turn. So we need the clue bag, which is over here. And we're going to pick 2 clues and we're going to keep 1. So first clue is, where's this for? Space 21. Might not keep that. We'll see. See if we get a better one. And the next one is, what's this? Ulthar. I think we'll keep the Ulthar one. So that'll go to Ulthar. Let's keep all these in the Dreamlands if we can. And this is the one we will discard for space 21. Let's put that back into the discard. Away you go. Right, so she's rested, got her health back, and she has picked out another clue using her special component action off her investigator sheet. That is it for her. That is it for the whole of the action phase. So it's encounter phase time. Let's go back and see Glow. And here we are with Gloria at Dialath-Lean. Now she's going to have a Dialath-Lean encounter, so let's get the blue deck. Give it a shuffle and a cut. And is it the right way up? Yes, it is. So Dialath-Lean, here we are at the bottom. A bandit. What? Tries to steal a ruby you just acquired from the men from Leng. Strength test. Oh, strength's not brilliant. And I don't think that Randolph helps. Oh, we need the help if we had the dice tower. So strength test. Oh, unfortunately she can't use the carbine rifle. It's just a strength test. So, oh, she's got a strength of 1. Well, that's pants. She's got strength of 1. Catweazle special coming up. Come on. 1 dice. Whoop, it's gone on the floor. Try again. 1 dice. Come on. Let's do it. Ooh, 3. So we've failed. Oh, they've nicked the ruby. So what does that mean? If you pass, blah blah blah. If you fail, you fear that losing the ruby is a bad omen. Gain a curse condition. Oh my god, no! Ah, curse condition. How unlucky was that to get a strength test? Oh, bugger. Oh, that's horrendous. Curse condition. So that's 2 of us with curse conditions now. That is just appalling. Oh, what a kick in the nuts. Oh. Right. Yeah, 1 right off the bottom. Yeah, only 6s count as successes on your tests. At least we're going to use the red dice a bit. If you gain another curse condition, flip this card. No thank you. If you gain a blessed condition, discard this card. And on a reckoning, which we're not going to get this turn because it's a rumour, we can get rid of it on a 4, 5 or 6. Oh, 2 investigators cursed. Oh, I don't believe it. I don't think we're going to win this one. Oh, Altach-Nacha. Got it in for us. Oh, she's got a despair condition as well. It's not looking good for Glow. Right, okay, so, bummer. That is it for Gloria. Next up, it is Zoe. Let's hope she has a bit better luck. And here we are with Zoe, who's going to have a roam encounter. So let's get the orange deck. Here we go, orange deck. A quick shuffle. And then we'll give it a cut. Come on, we need some luck. Rome. You discover the ancient recipe to create Mithridate, a powerful concoction to protect you from harm. Interpreting it as best you can, you assemble the ingredients. Law -1. Great. Curse roll. What's a law? Oh, she does have 2 focus though. We could require them. So her law is 3. So it was -1, wasn't it? So she's going to roll 2 dice. 2 curse dice. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, 4 and a 3. Right, we're going to spend one of the focuses. Come on, we need to do it. A 6. Oh, done it again. So that was worth spending a focus for. We've passed. Oh yes. We didn't even have to spend both of them. Woo! So let's put that back on a player tray. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So what do we get for a pass? If you pass, the Mithridate works, gain a blessed condition. Brilliant. So we've only got 1 investigator curse now. There's the fail, but we don't care about the fail. We've passed. Because we get a blessed condition, it means we can get rid of the curse condition. Yes! Fantastic. Right, where's that curse condition? Goodbye. Woo! That can go back in the blights. Brilliant. So at least we've only got 1 investigator cursed again. Fantastic. Righto. That is a relief and no mistake. Okay, so let's go. Who's next? It's Tommy Muldoon. Tommy has got a big turn as well. He's up in Unknown Kadath and he's facing off with a skeleton. And here we are with Tommy. And the first thing he's going to have to do is attack this skeleton. And it'd help if we actually had something rolling. There we go. Can we see that? Yeah. Let's have a look at the skeleton. So first of all, thank God he's blessed. Right, first of all, we have got a horror check. We need at least 2 successes to avoid losing sanity. Now, he's got the Sword of St. Jerome. Now, as well as the +5 strength, we get +2 will on combat encounters. He's got a will of 3, +2 is 5, so that's good. And he's got blessed dice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 successes. Come on. And he gets 4 successes. That is fabulous. So we do not lose any sanity at all. Then it is the combat check. So it's strength -2. We need at least 1 success, but 2 will kill it. So we get 5 for the Sword of St. Jerome. He's got 3 himself. So -2, that'll be 6. We've got 5 here. We'll add an extra 1. Come on. And we get 1, 2, 3, 4 successes again. That is the end of the skeleton. Bye bye. So we've got rid of that. That can go in there. Fantastic. Now, we've got rid of the skeleton. And what we could do normally... Oh, we'll get rid of the Sword of St. Jerome while we're at it. Now, what we do normally is we would go and shut the gate. Because it's a green comet gate, and that is due up next on the Omen track. Except it won't come up on the Omen track because we've got a rumour coming up. So we don't need to close the gate yet. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to try and put an Eldritch token on the mystery. Let's just refresh ourselves with what the mystery does. As an encounter, an investigator on a space containing a gate, like Tommy, may attempt to seal one of the rifts. Now it's a -1 strength or a -1 law. He's obviously going to do -1 strength, so that'll be 2 dice, but he's blessed. If they pass, they may spend 2 clues. Remember the 2 clues we got off Gloria. And we will place 1 Eldritch token on this card. Now we need Eldritch tokens for half the investigators, which is 2. But let's put our first one on. and then we're halfway to solving this mystery. But in order to do that, we need to roll 2 dice, because it's a strength -1 test. So we'll keep those 2 6s. Get rid of the others. 2 6s. Come on, Tommy. Come on, lad. And we get a 6 and a 3. That is good enough. Woohoo! Where are those 2 clues? So, the 2 clues we've got off Gloria. We'll discard them. And we will get ourselves an Eldritch token. Let's put it onto the mystery. Excellent. So that is a lot better. A lot better. Righto, Tommy is still on fire. Brilliant stuff. That is it for Tommy. Now we go across to Mandy Thompson, who's still in Shanghai. And here we are with Mandy in Shanghai. So she's going to do exactly the same thing she did last turn. She's going to cast Clairvoyance. Now, the only difference being, when she casts it this time, is she will actually have 6 dice, because the Agent of Secrets is gain a die for lore, and that stacks. So she had 5 dice, she's now got 6. So let's see if we can roll. Come on, 2, 4, 6. Come on, plenty of successes. Come on. 2 successes, 3 successes. I don't think it's as good as last time, but I think better. 3 is pretty good. Let's have a look. Oh no, it's 2+, isn't it? Brilliant. As you scry, your sight falls upon a previously hidden source of knowledge. Spawn a clue. Woo! Excellent. So spawn a clue. Where does it go? Space 10. Dakar. Sweet. That is brilliant. So we've done that again. We got loads of successes. Because we've done that, we can now pick any clue on the board to pick up. I'm going to pick up, well, do a research encounter for, rather. I'm going to use the one on the moon. It is a bit difficult to get to the moon, in that we have to go to the Amazon to get to it, or it's a bit of a pain to get to on the Dreamlands sideboard as well, to be honest. That's why Glow couldn't do the mystery. She had to hand off the clues to Tommy. So let's get the clue from there if we can. Right, so we're going to do a research encounter. Let's find the deck. Where is it? Here it is. So there we go, a shuffle. And right, come on. We are, where was it? The moon, so that's wilderness. You accidentally startle a man while he is whispering something in the dirt. A cultist monster ambushes you. Oh, you are joking. Cultist monster. Let's have a look at Altach. Right, so at least we don't have a will test. So, oh, that's about spawning. So we only need 1 success. We need 1 success. Surely. Right, how much? What's she got? What's is it just a strength test? Oh no, it ambushes us. So if we do have any weapons, I don't think we have. But if we did have, we could have used them. Oh no. So we've got 1 clue, but we've only got 1. We've only got 1 strength die and no weapons. So we're going to use this 6. Oh, come on, Mandy. Come on, do it. Another 6. Keep the happy dice. Get in. So she has killed that monster. That is brilliant. Yes. If you defeat it, you find a small spider crushed in the scuffle. Gain this clue. Brilliant. So that was the fail, but we're not interested in that. So we have got the clue. Oh, that was lucky. Another one dice wonder. So we got this clue. We got the moon clue. She now has 2 clues, so we have enough to actually solve another mystery. So if she could get to... there's not really anywhere she can get to, is there? Oh, actually, she gets another clue as well. She gets a bonus clue, I think. Yep, a passive. So she'll have 3 clues. So here is her bonus clue. And as well as that, before we go on to anything else while I remember, we have got yet another Eldritch token to go on to Know Thy Enemy. Woohoo! Oh, I tell you what, I forgot to check. Oh no, we didn't get any extra from the Agent of Secrets. We didn't get any extra strength, but we killed it anyway. Fabulous. So that is brilliant. After Glow starting off getting cursed, we've really pulled it out of the bag. So that is fantastic again. My rolling, of course, was pretty amazing again. So that is brilliant. Right, we've done all that. Like I was saying, yes, if we can get her to a gate next turn, like Ulthar, for example, then we can try and solve the mystery again. How can we... Oh, she could rest. Yeah, she could rest. The other times that she's rested, she hasn't tried to go to the Dreamlands because we want to keep her on Shanghai. But yes, she could rest. Right, anyway, that is it. That is the end of the encounter phase for everybody. So that means it's the laugh and chuckle phase. Please, please let this rumour not be absolutely devastating. Let's find out. And here we are at the laugh and chuckle phase. Okay, so let's move that out of the way. Right, got to be a rumour. What rumour is it going to be? Not a bad one, not a bad one. Come on. So we've got snowflakes. Come on, come on. So 2 clues. Cool, we're getting clues all over the shop. So clue bag. And the first one goes to Space 3, South Pacific. And the second one goes to, where's this? Let's get it the right way round, we might be able to read it. Antarctica, right out of the way. But we've got clairvoyance, so that shouldn't be a bother. There we go. So we've spawned the clues. What's the rest of this rumour? Come on. Buenos Aires. So we've got to put the rumour token on there. There we go. So we can get to there from the underworld as well. So we've got a dream portal there. So Buenos Aires. Go on, focus. The nature of these holes in reality has changed. No longer just doorways, otherworldly energies are flooding into our world. These forces are reaching out to everything nearby and pulling it all into the swirling void that exists between dimensions. Drawn through the gate. Ongoing rumour. When a gate spawns, each investigator on that space gains a lost in time and space condition. Well, that's not ideal. As an encounter, an investigator on Buenos Aires may work with the scientists at the university to return the trapped citizens to the real world, test law. If they pass, they may spend clues equal to half the investigators to solve this rumour. Actually, this isn't bad. All you get is a lost in time and space condition if a gate opens on you. So what? We know there are several gates that we already know. So if we could avoid, you know, where the other gates are going. If we get like divination, for example, we'll know where every gate is going to come. We can avoid this. I think we can avoid it for a while. It wants 2 clues to solve it, but I'd rather solve the mystery, to be honest. I think we can afford to ignore this for a while. Let's put it near, we'll put it here anyway. We'll put it near Buenos Aires. A little stand for it. So there we go, that's over there. But that is okay, I think. I think we can live with that, baby. So we have got lucky again. We have got extremely lucky again. So brilliant stuff. Right, so that is it. There's nothing else to do. There's no reckonings or any of that rubbish. So yes, we have dodged yet another bullet. So we've got a very, very benign rumour there. So we've done really well. Yes, the only bad thing about this turn is pretty much like last turn. Somebody got cursed. This time it was Gloria. But other than that, fantastic. We've put an Eldritch token on the mystery. We've killed a skeleton. We've got another research encounter done with. Mandy's got a shed load of clues. Zoe's got rid of a curse condition, which is fantastic. And yeah, well, yeah, we're absolutely swimming this one. So it's a right doddle. So once again, we are doing really well. Doom hasn't changed, stayed exactly the same. The Omen track hasn't moved. We've got Tommy in position to close that Tunguska gate, which is a green comet. So we can get rid of that next turn. So that will stop any sort of, any sort of Doom trap movement, hopefully. We have got Glow, who's now well placed. She was a bit out of the way on the moon, but now she's in Dilath Lane. She's pretty central on the Dreamlands board. There are plenty of clues on the Dreamlands. There's, the Enchanted Wood's got one, Ulthar's got one, and the Underworld's got one. We've also got the Adventure on Ulthar, as well as another gate. There's a gate on Celophaeus as well. The Dream Portals, we've got this rumour, but I think we can pretty much ignore it for a while. And we can concentrate on getting this mystery. So things are looking very rosy indeed, which probably means I've made another error in this episode, like I did in the last episode, where things look very rosy indeed. If you've spotted it, please let me know. I will do my best to fix it, as I did this turn. But, wow, fantastic. Another brilliant, 2 brilliant turns in a row. Surely that can't last. Hopefully we can get Glow uncursed. So, as I say, just the small fly in the ointment that is Glow getting cursed, unfortunately. But other than that, yeah, we've done really, really good again. Rolled a single success. So another 6 on her cursed dice. So yes. So and Mandy had 1 dice and she got a success. So still rolling hot. Still rolling hot. I love dice. Righto. Anyway, yes. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the views. Thanks for all the subscriptions. Thanks for all the likes. Thank you very much to everybody who's gone across to Board Game Links to upvote the site. It is much appreciated. Thank you very much. And to everybody on BGG who has liked the videos or made a comment, thank you very much. As ever, as I just said, you know, if I've made a mistake, which I probably have, I normally do make a mistake when we have a really good turn like this, but hopefully I haven't. Please, please. But if I have, please let me know and I'll try and fix it, as I say. But that is it for an excellent turn 4 after an excellent turn 3. Brilliant stuff. So I hope you join me for turn 5 and let's see if we can keep it going. But until then, this is me, Catweazle, signing off. Toodaloo.